Hey there, future millionaires. Ever catch yourself daydreaming about what life would be like if money wasn't an issue? Imagine waking up in the morning, not to an alarm clock, but to the sound of waves crashing outside your beachfront villa. Or maybe it's the thrill of launching your own startup, knowing you've got the financial freedom to take risks and innovate. But let's get real for a second. How do you actually get there? What does it take to transition from living paycheck to paycheck to having a bank account that makes your financial worries a thing of the past? Today, we're diving deep into the secrets of wealth creation. We'll explore why 75% of the rich are entrepreneurs, how investors make their money work for them, and why the ultra-wealthy rarely accumulate their fortunes through traditional employment. We'll also look at how athletes and artists turn their passions into profit and why defining what rich means to you is crucial for your financial journey. So here's a thought-provoking question to kick things off. If you could change one thing about your financial situation right now, what would it be? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have the insights and strategies to start making that change today. Let's get started on your journey to financial freedom. Chapter 1. The Wealth Distribution, Breaking Down the Statistics. Hey there, future tycoon. Ever caught yourself fantasizing about rolling in dough like a modern-day Midas? Well, strap in, because we're about to embark on a wild ride through the world of wealth that will make your piggy bank squeal with excitement. Let's cut to the chase. We all want to be rich, right? But have you ever wondered what it really takes to join the elite club of the wealthy? Turns out, the path to riches isn't as mysterious as we might think. It's time to break down the wealth distribution statistics and uncover some eye-opening truths about how to get rich. Here's the jaw-dropping scoop. A whopping 75% of the wealthy elite are entrepreneurs. That's right. 3 out of 4 rich folks built their fortunes by starting their own businesses. Talk about a wake-up call for all of us dreaming of striking it rich. But hold on to your hats, because the wealth creation strategies don't stop there. The next slice of the pie belongs to the savvy investors, making up 12% of the wealthy crowd. These financial wizards have mastered the art of making their money work harder than they do, turning smart investment strategies into golden geese. Now, for all you sports fanatics out there, here's a stat that will make you want to dust off those old sneakers. 8% of the rich are athletes. These superhumans have turned their physical prowess into paychecks that would make even Scrooge McDuck blush. And let's not forget about the creative geniuses. Artists make up 4% of the wealthy bunch, proving that sometimes thinking outside the box can lead straight to the bank. Who said starving artists can't feast on caviar? Now, brace yourself for the most striking statistic of all. A big fat 0% of the ultra-wealthy accumulated their fortunes through traditional employment. Ouch, right? But before you start drafting your resignation letter, let's put this into perspective. This doesn't mean that no employees are well off. Rather, it shows that to accumulate significant wealth, you might need to break free from the constraints of a regular paycheck and explore alternative career paths to riches. This wealth distribution challenges our traditional notions of career success and financial independence. It's a wake-up call, urging us to think beyond the 9-to-5 grind and consider building wealth from scratch. Maybe it's time to dust off that million-dollar idea you've been sitting on, or finally take the plunge into that side hustle you've been dreaming about. Remember, these numbers aren't a life sentence, they're a roadmap to financial freedom. They're telling us that if we want to join the ranks of the self-made millionaires, we might need to step out of our comfort zones and embrace our inner entrepreneur, investor, or artist. The journey to riches isn't a straight line, and it's definitely not a smooth ride. But armed with this knowledge and a millionaire mindset, you're already ahead of the game. It's time to start thinking about passive income streams, exploring business opportunities for wealth, and honing those crucial money management skills. So, are you ready to rewrite your financial story? The first chapter of your wealth journey starts now. Let's turn that piggy bank into a cash cow and make your bank account sizzle. Now, we all want to be rich, right? Chapter 2. Entrepreneurship, the primary path to wealth. So let's dive right into the heart of the matter, entrepreneurship. We already know that a staggering 75% of the wealthy elite are entrepreneurs, but why is this path so effective? Entrepreneurship allows you to scale your income beyond the limitations of a salary. Think of it as trading in your bicycle for a rocket ship. Suddenly, the sky's not even the limit anymore. Entrepreneurs have the unique ability to leverage other people's time and money to grow their wealth exponentially. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and making every second and every dollar count. But here's the real kicker. Entrepreneurs solve problems or create value on a massive scale. They're like modern-day superheroes, swooping in to fix what's broken or create something the world didn't even know it needed. And guess what? Society rewards that kind of innovation with some serious cash. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I don't need to be filthy rich, I just want to be comfortable. And hey, that's totally valid. But let's get real for a second. Living the life you want without financial stress. That's pretty much the definition of being rich in today's world. Sure, you might be able to afford that home-cooked meal and the occasional weekend getaway now. But what about when life throws you a curveball? What about when your lifestyle aspirations level up as you get older? Suddenly, that comfortable life might start looking a lot more expensive than you thought. Here's the truth bomb. Being rich doesn't magically erase all your worries. In fact, it might even add a few new ones to the mix. But it does give you options, freedom, and a safety net that can make those worries a whole lot easier to handle. So, here's your homework, future mogul. Start thinking about how much money it's really going to take to live the life you want in the future. Not just the life you have now, but the one where you might have a family to support, big travel plans, or unexpected curveballs that life loves to throw our way. If you want to be truly financially comfortable, and let's face it, who doesn't, it might be time to dip your toes into the entrepreneurial waters. I know it sounds scary and uncertain, but trust me, it's not as dangerous as some people make it out to be. Think of it this way, starting your own business is like planting a money tree. It might take some time and effort to grow, but once it starts bearing fruit, you'll have a harvest that keeps on giving. And the best part, you're the one in control of how big that tree can grow. So, are you ready to trade in your employee badge for an entrepreneur's cape? It might just be the most exciting and profitable adventure you ever embark on. Remember, every successful entrepreneur started exactly where you are right now, with an idea and the courage to pursue it. Who knows, your $1 million idea might be just around the corner. Now let's not forget the importance of having a millionaire mindset. This isn't just about dreaming big, it's about thinking strategically and planning meticulously. Financial freedom tips are crucial here. You need to be smart about your money management skills and always be on the lookout for business opportunities for wealth. Building wealth from scratch might seem daunting, but with the right side hustle ideas and a focus on passive income streams, you can turn your financial dreams into reality. It's all about taking that first step and not being afraid to fail. Remember, self-made millionaires didn't get there by playing it safe. They took risks, learned from their mistakes, and kept pushing forward. So, what's your next move? Are you ready to start your journey towards financial independence and wealth growth? It's time to embrace the entrepreneurial mindset and start planning your path to financial success. The road might be challenging, but the rewards are worth it. Let's make your financial dreams come true. Chapter 3. Investing. Making your money work for you. Alright, future money maestros, let's dive into the world of the silent wealth builders, the investors. Remember that intriguing 12% slice of the rich pie we mentioned earlier? These financial wizards have mastered the art of making their money work overtime, even while they sleep. Now, before you start thinking, oh great, another lecture about stocks and bonds, hold your horses. Investing isn't just for Wall Street tycoons in pinstripe suits. It's for anyone who's ever dreamed of financial freedom, whether you're a college student surviving on ramen or a middle-aged professional wondering if it's too late to start. Let's break down the investor's playbook into 3 game-changing strategies. First up, the magical world of compound interest. It's like the Hogwarts of finance. Pure wizardry. Imagine your money as a snowball rolling down a hill, getting bigger and bigger as it goes. That's compound interest for you. It's how a few bucks invested today can turn into a mountain of cash down the road. The key? Time and consistency. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Next, we've got passive income, the holy grail of making money while you're busy living your life. It's like having a 24/7 lemonade stand that doesn't need you to squeeze the lemons. Dividend stocks, real estate investments, or even a well-monetized blog can keep the cash flowing while you're out there conquering the world. The beauty of passive income? It gives you the freedom to pursue your passions without worrying about your next paycheck. Lastly, it's all about making smart financial decisions. This isn't about having a genius IQ, it's about being savvy and informed. It's choosing to invest in your knowledge, staying up to date with market trends, and not putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversification isn't just a fancy word, it's your safety net in the unpredictable world of investing. Think of it as creating a balanced diet for your money. A little bit of stocks, a dash of bonds, maybe some real estate for flavor. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but I'm just a broke college student. Or, I'm in my 40s, isn't it too late for me? Here's the kicker. It's never too early or too late to start investing. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time? Right now. Thanks to technology, you can start investing with just a few bucks and a smartphone. Investment apps have democratized the process, making it possible for anyone to dip their toes into the stock market without needing a fortune to start. It's like having a mini Wall Street in your pocket. Remember, investing isn't just about getting rich quick. It's about building a future where financial stress is a thing of the past. It's about creating options for yourself and the freedom to live life on your own terms. Whether you're dreaming of early retirement, world travels, or just the peace of mind that comes with financial security, investing can help you get there. So, are you ready to join the 12% and turn your money into a wealth-generating machine? The world of investing is waiting for you, and trust me, it's a lot more exciting and rewarding than you might think. Let's make those dollars work harder than you do. Chapter 4: Athletes and Artists Turning Passion into Profit. Alright, let's switch gears and dive into a world where passion meets profit. We've talked about entrepreneurs and investors, but now it's time to shine the spotlight on a group that turns raw talent into cold, hard cash: the athletes and artists. These folks make up a small but dazzling slice of the wealthy pie. 8% athletes and 4% artists, to be exact. But don't be fooled by these seemingly small numbers. These high achievers have cracked the code on turning what they love into a gold mine. So, what's their secret sauce? It's a potent blend of 3 key ingredients. First up, we've got elite status. We're not talking about your average weekend warrior or bathroom singer here. These are the LeBron Jameses and Beyoncés of the world. The cream of the crop who've risen to the absolute pinnacle of their fields. They're not just good, they're in a league of their own. Next, there's the obsession factor. These folks don't just practice, they live and breathe their craft. While most of us were binge watching Netflix, they were putting in those extra hours, perfecting their skills, pushing their limits. It's not just a job for them, it's a calling that consumes their every waking moment. Finally, we've got the magic formula. Talent plus dedication equals wealth. Sure, natural ability plays a part, but it's the relentless dedication that turns that spark of talent into a roaring fire of success. It's about showing up day after day, even when the spotlight isn't on, even when no one's watching. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I can't dunk a basketball or belt out a high C. Don't sweat it. The lesson here isn't about becoming the next sports icon or pop sensation. It's about finding your passion and pursuing it with everything you've got. Think about it. When these athletes and artists started out, they weren't chasing dollar signs. They were chasing their dreams, pouring their hearts and souls into what they loved. The wealth came as a byproduct of their excellence and dedication. So, what's your passion? What's that thing that gets your heart racing and your mind buzzing? Maybe it's coding or cooking or creating content. Whatever it is, that could be your ticket to potential wealth. But here's the kicker. You've got to be willing to put in the work. We're talking about grinding when others are relaxing, practicing when others are partying. It's about becoming so good they can't ignore you, as author Cal Newport would say. Remember, success in these fields often follows a power law distribution. The top 1% often earn exponentially more than the rest. So while not everyone can be a global superstar, striving for that level of excellence in your chosen field can lead to outsized rewards. The path of the athlete or artist isn't an easy one. It's filled with long hours, fierce competition, and often a good dose of luck. But for those who make it, the rewards can be astronomical, not just in terms of wealth, but in the satisfaction of turning their passion into their profession. So, whether you're dribbling a basketball, strumming a guitar, or pursuing any other passion, remember this: Excellence pays. Find what you love, become obsessed with improving, and who knows, you might just find yourself in that elite group turning your passion into serious profit. The key takeaway? Success isn't just about chasing money, it's about chasing excellence in what you love. So go ahead, dive deep into your passion and let your dedication light the way to wealth. After all, when you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. You'll just keep getting richer doing what sets your soul on fire. Chapter 5. The Employee Conundrum, Breaking Free from the Paycheck. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room, the employee conundrum. Remember that jaw-dropping statistic we mentioned earlier? 0% of the ultra-wealthy accumulated their fortunes through traditional employment. Yep, you heard that right. Zero, zilch, nada. But hold your horses before you dramatically quit your 9-to-5 in a blaze of glory. This doesn't mean all employees are doomed to a life of financial mediocrity. It's more like a wake-up call, challenging everything we've been taught about career success. Let's break this down into 3 mind-bending realizations. First, the ultra-wealthy rarely build their empires through a steady paycheck. They're not climbing the corporate ladder, they're building their own skyscrapers. Second, this completely flips our traditional notions of career success on their head. That corner office might look nice, but it's probably not your ticket to the yacht club. Third, to accumulate significant wealth, you need to break free from the constraints of a regular paycheck. It's about creating value, not just trading time for money. Now, I can almost hear some of you saying, but I don't want to be filthy rich, I just want to be comfortable. Fair enough, but let's get real for a second. Living the life you want without financial stress, that's pretty much the definition of being rich in today's world. Sure, you might be able to afford that home-cooked meal and the occasional weekend getaway now, but what about when life throws you a curveball? What about when your lifestyle aspirations level up as you get older? Suddenly, that comfortable life might start looking a lot more expensive than you thought. Here's the kicker. Being rich doesn't magically erase all your worries. In fact, it might even add a few new ones to the mix, but it does give you options, freedom, and a safety net that can make those worries a whole lot easier to handle. So you've got some soul searching to do. How much money will it really take to live the life you want in the future? Not just the life you have now, but the one where you might have a family to support, big travel plans, or unexpected curveballs that life loves to throw our way. If you want to be truly financially comfortable, and let's face it, who doesn't, it might be time to think beyond the paycheck. This doesn't mean you need to quit your job tomorrow and start a business, but it does mean you should start exploring ways to create value and generate income outside of your 9-to-5. Maybe it's starting a side hustle, investing in assets that generate passive income, or developing a high-income skill that you can monetize independently. The key is to start thinking like an owner, not just an employee. Remember, not everyone is cut out to be an entrepreneur, and that's okay. But if you're here watching this video, chances are you've got that spark, that desire for something more. And that, my friend, is the first step towards breaking free from the paycheck trap. So are you ready to challenge the status quo, to think beyond the confines of traditional employment? It might be scary, it might be uncertain, but it's also exciting. And who knows, you might just find that the path to wealth is a lot more accessible and a lot more fulfilling than you ever imagined. Chapter 6, Defining Rich. What does it mean to you? Alright, let's get real for a second. We've been throwing around the word rich like it's confetti at a New Year's party, but what does it actually mean to you? It's time to put on your thinking cap and get personal, because rich isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. Let's kick things off with a number crunch. What's your ideal monthly income? For some folks, being rich means raking in $10,000 to $25,000 per month. That's enough to make your piggy bank do backflips. But here's the kicker. Financial comfort can kick in at a more modest $75,000 to $122,000 a year, with peak life satisfaction hitting around $95,000 annually. So, what's your magic number? Now, for the million-dollar question, how far are you from your goal? Be brutally honest with yourself. Are you a stone's throw away, or is it more like a cross-country road trip? Knowing where you stand is the first step in charting your course to Richville. But hold your horses. Before you start dreaming about swimming in a pool of cash, let's tackle the elephant in the room. How will being rich actually solve your problems? Oh boy, this is where it gets juicy. We've all heard the cliches, mo money, mo problems, and money can't buy happiness. But let's be real, having a fat bank account can certainly make life a whole lot easier. Imagine never having to sweat about medical bills or sending your kids to top-notch schools without the nightmare of student loans. It's not about buying happiness, it's about buying peace of mind and opportunities. Now, don't get it twisted. Being rich isn't a magic wand that will make all your problems disappear faster than you can say abracadabra, but it does give you options. It's like having a Swiss Army knife for life's challenges. You've got a tool for every situation. Defining rich is deeply personal. It's not just about the numbers in your bank account, it's about the life those numbers can help you create. Maybe for you, being rich means having the freedom to pursue your passions without worrying about paying the bills. Or perhaps it's about being able to make a difference in your community. Whatever your definition, the key is to be specific. Vague goals lead to vague results. So, grab a pen and paper, or your notes app if you're feeling fancy, and jot down your answers to these questions. This isn't the time for modesty or holding back. Remember, this journey to wealth isn't just about accumulating money, it's about creating the life you want. Dream big, but also be realistic. Set milestones along the way. Maybe your first goal is to hit that $75,000 mark for financial comfort, then work your way up from there. And hey, if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, that's totally normal. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is wealth. The important thing is to start. Whether it's setting up a side hustle, investing in your skills, or just getting better at managing your current income, every step counts. So, are you ready to define what rich means to you? To set your sights on a goal that's uniquely yours? Remember, this isn't about keeping up with the Joneses. It's about creating a life that makes you excited to wake up every morning. Now that's what I call true wealth. Chapter 7, Starting Small, the side hustle approach. So, you've defined what rich means to you and you're ready to make it happen. But hold up, before you dramatically quit your day job, let's talk about a smarter way to dip your toes into the entrepreneurial waters. Enter the side hustle, your secret weapon for building wealth without risking it all. Think of a side hustle as your financial sidekick. It's not about cheating on your main gig, it's about exploring new possibilities while keeping your bills paid and your fridge stocked. It's like having your cake and eating it too. But in this case, the cake is made of cold, hard cash. Let's break this down into 3 juicy steps that will have you hustling your way to wealth. First up, start with a side hustle that gets your entrepreneurial juices flowing. This isn't about reinventing the wheel, it's about finding something you're good at and figuring out how to monetize it. Maybe you're a whiz with words, hello, freelance writing, or perhaps you've got an eye for design. Etsy shop, anyone. The key is to pick something that lights your fire without burning you out. Next, embrace the grind. Use those evenings and weekends to explore your business idea. I know, Netflix is calling your name, but trust me, future you will thank present you for sacrificing a few binge-watching sessions. This is your chance to test the waters, to see if your brilliant idea has legs without risking your entire financial future. Lastly, remember that this is all about testing the waters without diving headfirst into the deep end. You're not quitting your job tomorrow. You're building a safety net, a plan B that could turn into plan A if it takes off. Maybe you start freelancing in your field of expertise, or perhaps you're selling those quirky crafts you've been making. The goal? To be making money while you're still chilling on your couch. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but I'm already exhausted from my day job. I get it. The 9-to-5 grind can be brutal, but here's the thing, your side hustle should energize you, not drain you. It's your ticket to financial freedom, your escape hatch from the rat race. When you're working on something you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like you're getting paid to have fun, which, let's be honest, is the dream. Remember, every empire starts with a single brick. Your side hustle is that first brick. It might not seem like much at first, but over time it could grow into something massive. Just look at some of the world's biggest companies. They all started as side projects. The beauty of the side hustle approach is that it allows you to fail safely. If one idea doesn't work out, no biggie. You've still got your main gig to fall back on. It's like having a financial safety net while you're learning to walk the tightrope of entrepreneurship. So, Are you ready to join the side hustle revolution? To turn your spare time into spare change? Remember, every dollar you earn from your side hustle is a dollar that's working for you, not for someone else. It's your first step on the path to financial independence, to building the life you've always dreamed of. Let's get hustling, future millionaires. Chapter 8. The reality of wealth, balancing pros and cons. Alright, future moguls, we've talked about side hustles and entrepreneurial dreams, but now it's time to get real. Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of wealth, the good, the bad, and the surprisingly complicated. First up, let's shatter a common myth. Money doesn't magically solve all your problems. I know, shocking, right? While a hefty bank balance can definitely smooth out life's bumps, it's not a cure-all for everything that ails you. Let's break this down into 3 eye-opening perspectives that will give you a 360-degree view of the wealth landscape. Perspective 1. Money is like a Swiss Army knife. Incredibly useful, but it can cut you if you're not careful. Sure, it can slice through financial worries like they're made of butter. Unexpected medical bill? Covered. Dream vacation? Booked. But here's the twist. It can also create a whole new set of challenges. Ever heard the phrase, mo money, mo problems? It's not just catchy, it's a real phenomenon. Perspective 2. Wealth is your golden ticket to freedom, options, and stability. It's like having a financial superhero cape. Job loss? No sweat, you've got savings. Want to pivot careers? Go for it. You've got a safety net, passionate about a cause. Now you can make those big donations that really move the needle. It's about having the power to shape your life and the world around you. Perspective 3. True richness isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's about improving your quality of life. Research shows that happiness increases with wealth up to about $75,000 a year. After that, more money doesn't necessarily mean more daily joy. But here's the kicker. It can still boost your overall life satisfaction. Why? Because it solves all your money problems and gives you a sense of security that's hard to beat. Now, let's get brutally honest for a second. Being rich comes with its own set of challenges. Ever heard of decision fatigue? It's a real thing. When you have endless options, making choices can become overwhelming. It's like standing in front of a massive ice cream parlor with 100 flavors. Sometimes, too many choices can be paralyzing. But here's the bottom line. Being wealthy is about more than just having a massive pile of cash. It's about freedom, options, and stability. It's about living life on your terms and having the power to make a real difference in the world. As we wrap up this journey, remember this. If you're eyeing that big bank balance, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. It's not about making your life flashier, it's about making it genuinely better. It's about creating a life where you're not just surviving, but thriving. And here's a final thought to chew on. If 75% of rich people are entrepreneurs and being rich gives you a life of comfort and flexibility, maybe it's time to ask yourself, how are you going to proceed? You don't need to create the next tech giant. Even a small business can change your life in big ways. So, as you step off this wealth wisdom train, remember, the path to riches isn't always straight, and it's certainly not always easy. But with the right mindset, a solid plan, and a willingness to take calculated risks, you might just find yourself in that coveted 1%. And trust me, the view from up there, it's pretty sweet. Now go out there and make your millions, and don't forget to enjoy the journey along the way. And there you have it, future millionaires. We've journeyed through the landscape of wealth, from the entrepreneurial peaks to the investment valleys, and even explored the sometimes tricky terrain of side hustles. We've busted myths, faced hard truths, and hopefully ignited a spark in you that's ready to set the financial world ablaze. Remember, the path to riches isn't a one-size-fits-all highway. It's more like a choose-your-own-adventure book, where every decision shapes your financial future. Whether you're dreaming of startup glory, eyeing that perfect investment opportunity, or hustling on the side while climbing the corporate ladder, the key is to start now and keep pushing forward. But before you rush off to build your empire, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what does true wealth mean to you? Is it the freedom to pursue your passions without worrying about bills, the ability to make a difference in the world, or maybe it's simply the peace of mind that comes with financial security? Whatever your answer, remember that becoming rich isn't just about filling your bank account. It's about enriching your life and the lives of those around you. It's about creating value, solving problems, and leaving your mark on the world. So, here's your $1,000,000 question to ponder. If you could wake up tomorrow with the wealth you've always dreamed of, what's the first thing you do that you can't do today? Let that question guide you as you embark on your wealth building journey. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money in your account. It's about the life that money allows you to live. Now go out there and make it happen. Your future wealthy self is waiting. And hey, when you're sipping cocktails on your private yacht, don't forget to send us a postcard. Until next time, keep hustling, keep dreaming, and keep reaching for those financial